We know that hot weeks like this can certainly strain the Texas power grid, but we haven't talked much about our grid operator Ercot over the course of the summer, although we did just hit our highest energy demand day of the year yesterday with similar conditions expected today. You see that megawatt number on your screen right now? That's like a lot, like near record level. As we check in with Natalie Haddad in our newsroom with the morning with a look at our grid conditions. Fingers crossed we can make it through the day, Natalie.
Absolutely. And we haven't talked a whole lot about the state's energy provider a whole lot this summer because up until this point, it's been pretty mild, which is a good thing. But here's why we're talking about Ercot this morning. Behind me, the supply and demand grid. This purple that you see, that's the available supply that this grid has for the more than 26 million Americans it provides power to. That blue, that's the demand. You and me using up our ACs, our refrigerators, our other appliances, tweaking our ACs all day. Now, what the numbers that you see on the bottom, that's the time of day. Everything looks really good. The further apart these two colors are, the better it is. But then you get into the evening time between 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock last night. We see those colors begin to crash into each other. That is not what we want to see. The demand was almost too much for the supply. Going back to those numbers Mark just showed you, this is where we got a record set in 2024 with 85,595 megawatts. That is the record for 2024. The all-time record, 85,612. So when you do the math, we only missed this all-time record by 17 megawatts. And today, energy experts suggest we'll get close to that sort of demand as well. Now take a look at the operating reserves. If you were with us in the last hour, this was about 11,200. Now it's showing 10,344, which means people are waking up, they're tweaking their ACs, they're turning on their TVs to watch Daybreak on WFAA. So as long as this graph stays green, we are in the clear. But later today, as the temperatures rise and we begin to utilize more of our electronics and use our lights and things like that, we're probably going to see this graph turn yellow, hopefully not orange, and we're going to see this number drop. So what can we do to avoid blackouts from our grid? Well, you can turn your thermostat up, but make sure it's safe to do so. You don't want it to be too hot for maybe our older people or our very young ones. Wait until the evening time to use electrical appliances like your ovens or your laundry machines, and of course turn off any unnecessary lighting in your house. Kara.
Okay, thanks, Natalie, for the reminder. You know, Ercot has not issued any calls to conserve. One energy company has. Yesterday, Xcel Energy asked Texans in the Panhandle to either turn off their AC or set their thermostat to 85 degrees. The company even asked people to turn off the TV and any unnecessary lights last night.